Coming up today on TechLink Daily, researchers hack Verizon, Microsoft could be coming out with a new watch, and figure out how to NSA-proof your email in 2 hours. All of those stories and more coming up right now. What's up, guys? Welcome back to TechLink Daily. My name is Creighton Miller, and this is the #1 place to get your daily top tech news. We've already put out a video today. If you're interested in going to watch it, be sure to watch it after this video. I unboxed the Blackmagic Intensity Pro. It is a PCIe capture card that hopefully will fix many of the problems that I've been having. So I have a full explanation and video unboxing on that. So be sure to go watch that on this YouTube channel afterwards. Plus, I have another unboxing today in this YouTube channel and a whole lot more tech news. So let's get started. Our first story today is from Reuters, or Reuters, or Reuters. How do you say that? I always say Reuters, but I really don't know how to say it correctly. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, researchers hack Verizon device, turn it into mobile spy station. For only $250, that's the price for buying a Verizon wireless extender station to try to boost your cell phone signal. Researchers have been able to modify its software to be able to read what your phone is telling it. For example, it can read text messages, get metadata, stuff like that. And I put this article in there to kind of tell you that wireless isn't always the best option when it comes to security. That's why I prefer to use mostly Ethernet over Wi-Fi connections, even when I'm out in public. I always try to make sure that I'm using some sort of secure connections, like a VPN or something along those lines. So it's interesting to see that people are able to take gadgets that are readily available to them and then use them for devilish deeds. Now, of course, these researchers aren't disclosing their processes and aren't telling how they did it. They will be debuting it, though, at some black hat conferences in the near future. So if you're a Verizon wireless customer like I am, you kind of should be a little bit scared. As soon as rumors started flaring about the Apple iWatch, others were quick to hop aboard and try to create their own watch versions. One such company was Microsoft. From The Verge, Surface Watch? Microsoft allegedly testing a translucent aluminum smartwatch. Sources at The Verge say that it's moved from prototyping to development, claiming that it runs a modified version of Windows 8, has 6 gigabytes of storage, and has LTE connectivity. I'm not too fond of the watch idea, mostly because I'm not really wanting a watch. I like having a phone in my pocket, so that's why I never really invested in the Pebble or any other iPod Nano watch interface, because I really don't see a use for it for me. Of course, since everybody under the sun is now getting their own watch, it may be a huge boom. We don't know, but Microsoft coming out with a smartwatch may not be the best choice for them right now, especially with low Windows 8 sales and their tablets not doing so hotly in the market. VLC media player. Tons of people love them, but HBO does not? From this article from Torrent Freak, HBO asked Google to take down Infringing VLC media player. It's been widely known that big companies will abuse the DMCA system, especially with Google, asking them to take down links that they don't even own of infringing content. One such to come up now is a link to download VLC media player. Now, HBO does not own VLC media player, yet they've asked for it to be taken down from Google's search terms. Quite an interesting story from a big company. Don't know what reactions are going to come from it right now, but I do know that VLC isn't owned by HBO and, well, is the best media player out there. NASA is back in our news feed. Why, you may ask? Well, from their press release blog, NASA Industry Test Additively manufactured rocket engine injector. NASA is utilizing 3D printing technology to help them cut costs and produce faster. One such is their rocket injectors, which normally take over a year to make. They've cut down to only 4 months. Plus, it's 70% of the costs than the full manufacturing. So 3D printing technology is something to watch. That's why I threw this story in there. It's because it's something that we need to be aware of, to enable, to back, because 3D printing, I believe, is the future. So we need to support it early and get it going. So NASA is one of those main people behind it that are finding great use in 3D printing technology. When you're choosing a cable TV provider, does it seem like there's not many options? In my area, there's only one option, and that is Comcast. They basically have a monopoly in my area for TV service. So what's so bad about that? Well, they're starting to advocate even bigger changes to the market. This story from Boy Genius Report reads, cable TV execs start pushing for nationwide duopoly. These two cable providers, Time Warner Cable and Comcast, want to create a duopoly nationwide. They say that it'll better regulate prices and it'll allow them to get to more areas and all these big advantages. But one of the biggest downsides is something that we must let them not have happen here in the United States. That is, they'll be able to charge you whatever they want and you can't do anything about it because, well, you're stuck with them. You either have Time Warner Cable or you have Comcast. So they can collaborate and say, hey, we're going to charge 20% more, so you can charge 20% more. And so there's not going to be any sort of competition there. They're basically wanting to get rid of competition in the area to be able to, quote unquote, control prices better, meaning that you're going to be charged even more if this actually goes through. So hopefully this doesn't happen. We'll have to see where it goes. But right now they're trying to get a duopoly in the area of cable television. Are you getting really self-conscious about the NSA reading your emails? Well, what if there was a way to fix all of that by creating your own encrypted mail server? Well, you can do just that from this sealed abstract article, NSA-Proof Your Email in 2 hours. This article, well, actually guide, shows you how to set up your own encrypted mail server. If you're really interested in getting your own encrypted email, not using Gmail, using your own domain, well then you're going to want to use a guide such like this. This guy has gone into great detail to make it very easy for you to figure all this out and has step-by-step instructions. So check out the article in the description below for the full directions on running your own encrypted email server in just about 2 hours. The Moto X has been announced. Well, sort of. From this article from Digital Trends, Moto X, leaked video reveals features, August launch likely. The Canadian telecom service Rogers has jumped the gun and released a video outlining some of the major features behind the Moto X, including an always listening phone, allowing you to talk to it when it's sitting on the table, being totally hands-free, not being able to touch it at all and speak to it to send text messages, open up applications, use Google Now. But one of the most interesting features is how you turn on the camera from the lock screen. They say that you can just hold the phone, which I'm actually doing upside down. You can hold the phone and you can twist your wrist 2 times and it'll open up the camera app. So no more touching buttons, twisting, you just go like that and the camera's on and ready to go. Be interesting to see all of the official features of the Moto X, but we finally have some sort of confirmation plus a release time that we can actually finally get to see the Moto X. And last but not least, I want to talk about a new website that I just found. It's called Lens Tag. It allows you to register your camera's gear via its serial number on this website to keep track of all your gear. Plus, if any of it's ever stolen, you can easily file a report online for how the gear was stolen to hopefully get it back quicker. So basically what it does is it allows you to add your gear. It will ask you to take a picture of your device with the serial number showing. Their system will then verify it by, I assume, actual people, and then you're good to go. And if any of your gear ever gets stolen, there's a button right there on the management page that allows you to click it, and what it will do is it will allow you to fill in a stolen report. It will alert other people in your area, and if people are smart, when they go to buy camera gear, they will maybe type in the serial number of the camera plus the word stolen and see if there's any reports out there to find if any of the camera gear is stolen. That's an interesting website for you guys. Check it out, Lens Tag. I've already registered my gear on it, so you should too if you have anything worth saving, such as a nice DSLR camera, a couple lenses, stuff like that. register it for yourself there. They're only taking cameras and lenses right now. Hopefully they'll expand that to other photography gear in the area as well. Now, onto our hardware today, which is this, the Hard Candy Cases Shock Drop. This is the iPad 2 and the iPad 3 version, so it works with all of the new iPads currently because they're all about the same design. So let's unbox this and I'll show you the major features around it. Now this just arrived today, so I haven't had too long to test it out, but it's a nice, well, it looks like a nice hard case for any of you who have rugged needs for an iPad. So it's got this kind of ribbed section here that's very thick and hard plastic. It's got a protection panel. This is actually a removable protection panel here. If I peel it off here, you'll see that I can go like this. If I peel it all off, and I can remove this part right here from this, which is the hard case, which has an insert, which you can remove. You can see it has an anti-glare shield right here that you can actually place your iPad into. So I'm actually going to do that right now. I'll take my iPad, which I have right here. I'll take off its case that I have for it. It's just a simple, what is this, a spec case. It's a clear candy shell spec case. That's 20, 30 bucks from their store. That's what that looks like. And then I'm going to put on their case, which is very simple. So all you have to do is line it up like so. Put it in like that, so you can see my iPad is right there. And then all you have to do is line it back up and put it back inside of the case. So it's quick and simple install. It's supposed to be rugged, so I guess if you're using this to go, like you're a project manager and you always have to be walking around with an iPad, this might be something useful for you. So if you're one of those people who are prone to dropping it, you won't damage it too far, because any protection on your devices is protection against something. So that means that, you know, if you scratch it or you drop it, it won't get scratched. The case will get scratched. So you probably would want to replace a $5, case rather than replacing a $395 device. So keep that in mind next time you're thinking about getting a case. And it really doesn't have to be that expensive either. I mean, it should be something that at least is for your needs. So there you go. Look at that. It's fully inside the case here. I can still use it as such. I still have access to the button, which I can then unlock my iPad like so. And you can see I have my notes here. Camera even works as well, I believe. Let's open up the camera app. Yep, look at that. So no obstruction to the camera on both sides. So you can see, yep, no obstruction whatsoever. You can use this. Looks like a nice case. Pick it up. It's called Hard Candy. Yes, Hard Candy Cases is what it's called. This one specifically is the Shock Drop case. Built-in screen protector in polycarbonate frame included. Check it out for yourself. It is airport security friendly, so you don't have to remove it from its case when you go through the TSA scanner. So check it out, Hard Candy Cases. That will do it for our Tech Link Daily for today. Besides our question of the day, which I will read off of my newly protected iPad, which is, what email provider do you use? I use Google Apps because, well, it's been around for a while, has great spam protection, and I got in early where I really don't have to pay for an account. So at this point, I'm not paying for email service. Gmail is great on its own already, so why not use it? You have to pay by now to use Google Apps, but that's what I use. You could use Gmail, Yahoo, whatever have you, but that's what I use. Google Apps for my custom domain, which is LogicLounge.com, of course. Be sure to visit LogicLounge.com for our daily articles. Plus, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, all under the username of LogicLounge. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting, rating, subscribing, all you guys do to help us out along the way. We really, 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 really do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much once again. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys later.